Hello YTPC, this is JD Silver on a beautiful Saturday morning. Got all the grass cut, done some errands around the house, and I thought that I might go through some of the pipes I've made. I'm an amateur pipe maker. I started out with just a piece of 2x4 in my first pipe, and just wondered if it could be done. Like, what was the magic of making a pipe? And so I have put together a few pipes since then, sold maybe 20 or so on Etsy and my website, and I thought that I would make a video kind of going through some of the pipes. For example, here is one, and started making them on the lathe. Kind of got an idea a little bit how to, turn the bowl this way and then turn it this way, making stems and getting them to fit together. I also wanted to show you some of my pipe stands. So I had a friend who likes to work with metal, and I said, what do you think about making pipe stands? And so he's made some pipe stands for me. I thought that spider one was pretty cool, no? And then there's this one. He just has stuff around the house, I guess in his miscellaneous metal that he makes art with. And these are for sale as well if you're interested in them. He works with spoons too. Here's one of a spoon. It doesn't hold the pipe quite as well. It probably depends on the pipe you put in it. And here's one with a spoon and a fork. Kind of neat, eh? So, if you're interested in those, just let me know in comments or something. They've been kicking around here for a while, and I wouldn't mind just selling them. What else do I have in this grab bag of pipes that maybe aren't too ugly? There's one of my earlier ones. Another one. This was a big old piece of black, what is this wood called? I can't even remember. So I used a Forstner bit to drill the bottom. It lines up pretty well. I don't know if you can see that in this camera. Just me learning. Now this one I made out of a pallet, and I kind of like this one. I feel like I did a really good job on it as far as it's got an interesting shape. It's very light. And then I took a shot at making a Canadian, just an early pipe. These doublins are really my favorite style. I love doublins. Bit of a saddle bit, just again fooling around, trying to figure out how it works. But I'm a little bit more proud of these pipes. So for example, here's a Canadian. But I thought that was a pretty little pipe. This, I believe, is ironwood. And the stem is that black African wood. I forget what it's called. It actually smells a little bit like peanut butter when you sand it. Yep. And this one, it was a root that I found in my yard. So I thought that was pretty. Big ball. Like a fat tomato or something. And comes apart. I still haven't figured out how to mix my own acrylic. So James, is it Stumbo, I think, makes those great acrylic stands. And he said that he could help me learn how to make my own blanks for stems. So I'm going to take you up on that, James, if you're watching. Now this one I've actually smoked because I wanted to know how it smoked. It smokes pretty good. It's got a nice draw on it. I really like the shape of this one. Again, it's a Dublin. So you can see it's not perfectly lined up there. But I really like that shape, and I love how we've got the cross hatching in the oak. It's just so pretty. And here I find this one kind of a unique look of the pipe. Again, I'm trying to follow the oak and take my cues from the wood about how that pipe's going to look. And you can see, isn't that a neat acrylic on the stem? This is a pen blank that I bought at a store we have in Canada called Lee Valley Woodworking Store. Oops. Another Dublin. And This was like a, I think cherry maybe. It was like a branch that had all these different pieces coming out of it, and I thought, oh, where those knots all intersect, I bet you that'll look pretty. This one I like. It's kind of a pickaxe style. Tried to follow that grain. Pretty light, you can chomp it, no problem there. You guys, oak is probably heavier than briar, but doesn't seem too heavy in the mouth. Here's a little tiny pipe. Again, we got an oak bowl, but this is black walnut on the stem, and I just think that black walnut looks so pretty. I really like black walnut, especially when you get it near the core, so it's nice and dark like that. Cute little pipe, eh? Really easy to hold. You hardly even feel it. This is kind of a giant pipe, and I rusticated it. I kind of like rustication. I think I'm going to do more of it. I'm trying to get a sandblaster. If I could find a sandblasting cabinet somewhere, not too expensive. There's my wife.
Hi.
If I could find a sandblasting cabinet not too expensive, I'd really like to try my hand at that. But there is, I guess, an apple shape. This one's heavier. You couldn't do that long. But if you're reading. Oh, here's one that right from the very beginning made it up a 2x4. Well, that, I don't know, does it look like pine? It might be. And the stem is glued on to the stummel, so that's not coming off. And it would probably not last very long. I think that one is only like $15 or something on my website. Kind of unusual. Definitely light. I like this one too. This is kind of a neat shape. I don't really know what to call some of these shapes. And I'm just playing with creativity when I do it. Now actually I think what happened was when I was making this one on the lathe it broke there, but I liked the bowl so much that I thought I am just going to epoxy on some Purple Heart and continue to turn that. And I'm glad I did. It worked out. Here's another one that I rusticated. No idea what the wood is. And a lot of these stems I got from eBay, and I just got like there's like 20 stems in a box or something, and I just went through and made a bunch of pipes with them. And they're all ebonite. So this is, I call this Bilbo Baggins, because it's this little stubby thing. Here's one of my first attempts at a bulldog. These are in Canadian dollars on my website, so if you're looking at it and you think, what, do you want $150 for that? Remember, that probably comes out to more like $100 US. Here's another rusticated, maybe a billiard or an apple or something. Saddle bit. I don't know, that's a nice looking little pipe. I like that pipe actually. And what else do I have here? Little tiny pipe. This would warm your nose probably. Black walnut. Is there anything else I want to show you? Oh, this is a pipe I'm proud of. Got this long shank and a nice Dublin shape to the bowl. And it's black walnut. It's so rich looking. And I love the ring that I epoxied on there. It's got such a pretty pattern on the ring. You like that pipe? So these are the ones that I've done the most recently. The last 6 pipes I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these ones I am much more proud of. Take more time in the details and really try to work it so that the pipes look nice. So this one is like a tall boy. It's got a really deep bowl. You get a nice long smoke out of that, I think. Probably. And that's oak and black walnut. Here we have a volcano with a long shank on it. It's kind of a bent volcano. I don't know if you really can count those as volcanoes. But, and now this one, I had this piece of wood and I thought, I don't know, like I couldn't figure out a way that I could cut a pipe out of it and still use the wood, but I like the way the grain looked. It's very three-dimensional. So I just left that big wound right in the side of the pipe. So that's kind of pretty. And this is the one I think lots of people seem to have been looking at this video of this face. I had this big old stummel that I'd made, and I don't know what I was thinking. It was kind of ugly, and I thought, I'm just gonna carve a face in the front of it. And it was so fun that I think I'll do it again. And this one again, very pretty colors in the wood. Nice green stem. I like how it's got those dots sort of off center. If you see a pipe you really like and you think, I'd like to have that pipe, make an offer. It won't offend me. I can always say no. So anyway, that's I guess all I was going to say today. I'm just going to walk through some of the pipes I've made, show them off. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you around on your own channels and stuff like that. Have a great day. God bless.